Hi everyone, welcome back to El-levate. I'm El-Betel and today I'm sharing my experience at the AU Summit 2025 Youth and Innovation Side event where young leaders from across Africa came together to discuss climate action, innovation and youth leadership. The African Union Summit is held every year, bringing together heads of state, policymakers, and key stakeholders from across the continent. And Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, which is home to the AU headquarters, hosted this year's summit where leaders gathered to discuss pressing issues shaping Africa's future. And if you'd like to hear more about the key outcomes and decisions from the summit, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to share a breakdown of the major agreements and policy updates. Alongside the main summits, various side events are organized to deep dive into specific topics. I've attended several since 2024, but this year's was very special as I had the honor of being a panelist at the Youth and Innovation Side event. The event was organized in collaboration with the Youthprint, which is an Ethiopian-based civil society organization that focuses on youth empowerment, research, policy analysis, and global cooperation. And the Youthprint works to connect young people with opportunities, foster meaningful dialogue, and ensure that youth voices are heard in national, continental, and global decision making. And as I'm the Climate and Health Officer at the Youthprint, and also I'm a youth leader that's spearheading a climate and health initiative which is called Green Health Africa. And I'll share updates about this initiative very soon. And during this event, I had the opportunity to represent the Youthprint and also general Ethiopian youth and to share my perspectives.
Not focus on that because nobody cares what your challenge is, nobody cares what your setback is, but if you keep trying, you'll get these opportunities, and there are so many. So don't give up and keep trying. There are organizations have posters out for youths, and mostly Ethiopia is eligible for this. There are only a few opportunities that Ethiopia is not eligible. So as an Ethiopian, as a youth, you should consider yourself very lucky to be at this time also accessing and finding the route where these fundings are coming from. In relation also to climate finance and finding where those fundings are coming from and accessing those and capacity building as well and to ourselves. Thank you. Build your capacity as much as possible because yes, you'll get the opportunity that's guaranteed and you'll get the network, but as Brian said, you need to know how to use that network, and also when you speak to people, you need to be, what you say needs to be well articulated. Don't get tired of reading on that and having very deep knowledge. Yes, that's my take home message.
The conversations were insightful, tackling crucial issues like how can we strengthen youth participation in African decision making, and what role does innovation play in addressing climate injustice, and how do we bridge the gap between youth and the AU institutions. And as a speaker, I shared my personal journey, the opportunities that have helped me grow, and the most important things youth need to focus on to drive change. And one key takeaway is we cannot afford to wait for an invitation. We must be prepared, take action, and push for a seat at the table. One of my biggest takeaways from this event and from my broader experience is the power of digital engagement and capacity building. Social media, online learning, and virtual networking aren't just tools, they are game changers. The connections that I've built through platforms like LinkedIn have opened doors and given me access to opportunities and helped me show up prepared when it matters the most. The AU Summit and events like this are a reminder that Africa's youth are not just the future, we're the present. Our voices, ideas, and actions must shape the policies and solutions driving Africa forward. And I want to ask you today, how has digital learning or online engagement impacted your career growth? And drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on youth leadership, climate action, and career growth. And until I see you next time, bye bye.